before I start driving or even do my usual yapping, I have to get on my knees and give a big old thank you, a big one, to Codemasters for hooking me up with this because, you know, if you've been here for any length of time, you know I've got a pretty moribund channel. Moribund? Is that the word? Nearly dead. On a good day. Let's just try and control here. But, in the last year and a bit, it's been really bad because I just, you know, real life, got more important things to do, haven't been able to chuck up the old videos as often as I like to. But here we are, Formula 1 2020. Coincidentally, I haven't been driving since... I haven't gotten my steering wheel out since March, I think, when they cancelled that Australian race. And, they only just started driving again for real, and the game's coming out, and etc, etc. Certain things lined up, and now I'm playing it, so... Thanks, guys. I honestly wasn't going to buy it. My condition for buying the next Formula 1 game was going to be they have to have classic tracks, or they have to put this thing in there, the old Tyrrell. Neither of which happened, so to be honest I was going to give it a miss. But the custom team stuff, I have to admit, did look kind of fun. Because I really liked that other game. What was it called? Motorsport Manager? Dead boring to the layman, to people who don't care about racing and stuff. But to me, a heap of fun. To be quite honest, this wouldn't have been... this game wouldn't have been my choice for like the next racing video that I was going to make. I've actually, for like more than a year, been really keen on the idea of doing like a 1930s sort of series. Because I think the cars are cooler. I think the drivers were probably more insane for having driven them in the first place. I'm just going to try and drive sort of and talk at the same time, which I'm really bad at. And also, they only had like 5 or 6 races counted towards the championship, so that's a nice short campaign. It's something I could do. I can't be doing 20 race seasons the way some of these other YouTube guys do. Bless them. I love their energy, I love their commitment. Wow. Turns out I really can't drive. And just, I don't know, the retro stuff appeals to me more because it's like a forgotten time. Everyone from back then is dead now. There's a little more, you know, fantastical element to it. Whereas the current crop, I mean, they're all very, very good at what they do. I'm not disrespecting them in that regard, but they're all very boring people. You have, you know, Lewis Hilfiger Hamilton doing his little fashion commercials and shilling for watch companies. To me, that doesn't resonate with me. I feel nothing. You have Bottas being cucked year in, year out. Doing such a convincing job of it that I actually start to miss Rosberg, which I thought I'd never say. You got Max Verstappen dressing in drag. Oh, and you got me spinning out. Alright. I'll turn up the sound a little bit so I can hear the engine. Because I'm really doing myself a disservice here. Zandvoort, here we are. Off in the dunes of the Netherlands. Is it the Netherlands? Oh, that's not the start you want to make, is getting the name of the country wrong. But I have to tell you, I know very little. I love a lot of racetracks and I like to think I memorise them pretty well. But Zandvoort, no. I've seen some really nice onboard footage from the 60s movie Grand Prix that I really love. Well, what the hell? Is that okay. I don't think I left the track then. I disagree. So yeah, I've seen like old footage from the 60s, and there's that video of Roger Williamson burning to death down the back of the track, but obviously that's not really useful for familiarization purposes. And they've changed it. I mean, they modernised a bunch of it. They put a big old banking right before the main straight, which is really cool. Oh god. I gotta pay more attention to the fucking track. Okay. So yeah. I did a bit of driving before recording. Oh, wow, there's a DRS zone here. Cool. But in combination with my inherent lack of talent... Oh, see, there we go, look at that. Okay, hang on. This next lap will be a keeper, watch this. Okay. And just the fact that I don't know where I am. Not doing very well. Okay, here we go. This is the real stuff now, no more mucking around. And this is time trial. Theoretically, you know, they make the car easier to drive and everything. So you can go for your absolute best lap time. Oh, come on. Where was that apex? I know it was there somewhere. The hammer down. Sawing away at the wheel like it's a fiddle at a hoedown. When the real world Formula 1 was cancelled and all that, I did have a bit of fun watching some of the sim racing stuff. Although my nose was out of joint and I wasn't invited to any of the events. You know, I can live with being shunned. No, I'm joking, of course. I am such an appalling sim racer. I have this wheel that I never use. Just spend fucking time. It's not like I have somewhere where I can have it constantly set up. Every time I want to use it, there's a great deal of kerfuffle and mucking around with my setup. This is my bedroom, so it's not really what you can call a studio. Please turn. Oh, God. Oh, fuck me. Invalidated. Yeah, no, really get on my knees and give a big one to Codemasters, because every year, or most years, I get on the hammer and I'm like, hey guys, I know my channel's pretty crappy, but can you hook me up this year? I can't afford to keep buying it year in and year out. And, you know, obviously they have certain requirements of the people doing their coverage, and well, Scotty doesn't meet that standard, which I'm fine with, because I don't really do YouTube anymore. Well, not regularly anyway. Well, on that subject, whoa! There's another person I have to thank, although I haven't really come to like any agreement as far as shout-outs go, so I'm not going to name names. But this Patreon thing that I started a little while back, for shits and giggles. No, let me explain. Somebody did actually sign up to it, and I had to sort of shoot them a very polite message saying, dude, it's very generous of you, thank you for the... but you kind of weren't meant to do this, because I was only starting it for like this hypothetical future where we actually start putting videos up on a regular basis again. Like, you know, I don't know, however many a week, 4 or 5, just to start with. So, I don't know. That's another person I need to thank today. Also, and this I didn't know, YouTube has a support button, and I think I turned that on years ago. But it didn't tell me when anybody signed up to it, so there was like 1 or 2 people on there as well, giving us hard-earned money. I was like, guys, please don't press those buttons unless we're actually doing this again. So this is a bit of a PSA from me. God, Zandvoort's hard. Oh, we're off the track. Shit, okay. I should actually be driving against other cars, but I don't know. You're seeing how well it's going on an empty track. It's like July now. So in Australia, that is the coolest time of the year. Okay, real life and its little interruptions. It's July, right? It's the coldest time of year in Australia. As soon as I got the steering wheel out and tried to start turning some laps, I got incredibly warm. Like, I can't even tell you how uncomfortable I am. And I have to wear a shirt. Because I think, well, I don't think YouTube has any rules. I know Twitch does. I'm not allowed to do this with my shirt off anymore. I say anymore, I don't think I ever did, but you know, you get me. Oh, Ghost is going faster than I am. If this is how the Alfa Romeo drives in real life, I understand why Kimmy is such a taciturn sort of character. I'm gonna out fucking do him here. You can actually... Make no mistake, even though I am going very slowly around some of these corners, I can totally see and identify where the thing can go faster. I just can't do it because I haven't got the talent. Unfucking-believable. I just want to say though, this does run better than the previous game did. At least with only 1 car on the track, because last time I tried making a video, I started doing these really bizarre things after lap 1. So even when I did start to string some corners together, what the hell? I couldn't, oh, it would start to really wig out on me and glitch. Okay. This endless hot lapping and screwing up and not improving my times is definitely not entertaining for you and certainly not for me, so maybe we will try and put some other cars on the track. Excuse me! Alright, hang on. We'll try one more lap. Heavy braking. Oh, alright, here we go. So yeah, that shout out without a shout out. I mean, well, it's very, very nice for anyone to give us anything, but I really have to add, please don't, because there's plenty of free ways you can help us out. Like if you're a lurker, maybe don't lurk so much. Like say, hey Scotty, why don't you play this again? That costs nothing. Just to, I don't know, see who's still out there. Wow! Oh, come on, car, please! Oh god, I keep hitting the rev limiter because I'm thinking about other things. Oh, hit the brakes! This is actually a much harder braking zone than I thought when I was learning the track. I've been off here many, many times. Oh! Please don't invalidate my lap! And I'm also going way slower here than I should. Come on. Man, if I do a race now, I'm picking a better car. What's that time? 1:17. What's normal around Zandvoort? In this back marker? I don't know. Ah, see, I hit the brakes way too hard there. And there's like a double apex on this part here, if you can believe it. Which I always miss. I don't know. People love to say the Codemasters games are just, you know, iterative and the same year in and year out, and what's really changed? What am I getting for my money? I have to say, if you're one of these people, and I have been one of them, what you should do is fuck off. No, you should really open up like F1 2013 maybe, or 2014. Feel the difference. I used to be really good at those games. I can't drive one. No. No, I wasn't really good. I was never good at any of them, but like you know, I did the challenges and the scenarios. I got some pretty good points. Even if my videos sucked, when I sat down and concentrated, I could actually really, you know, turn a wheel. But last time I opened those games up, impossible. It was like trying to drive with the wheel behind my back or something. It was just, oh, well, I didn't beat my time. Post your times, lads. Okay. Oh, let's try a race instead. Ooh, it's so warm. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said I'd rather do some 1930s racing or really any other decade. You know, that stuff interests me a lot more than the modern Formula 1, which I'm just not very good at anyway. But, you know, it doesn't have to be that. I mean, haven't hopped in Euro Truck for a while, seriously. So if anybody just says, Scotty, do this, I'll do it. I just need a little bit of, you know, not encouragement, but just proof that somebody's actually watching. And it's not just all randoms landing from nowhere. So, if you heard me say that, say, Scotty, yeah, some Euro Truck would be great. Really, that's all I need. Well, that was a fucked up start. Okay. Oh, God. I put the AI on, what, 90 or 100? Which is well above my skill level, that's for sure. Oh, but then again, I may have spoken too soon. They're going to have to rebalance all these cars, I think, now that we've actually seen some real racing this year, because the Ferrari ones are just, they're not great. Okay, Scotty, what are you doing? Oh, jeez, got no fucking turn there. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Oh! Yeah, I was locking up like an absolute bitch. Oh, time penalty! In the time trial mode, just constantly. So, if I'm doing it there, then... Ah! The races, which are supposed to be a little punchier and more realistic, I mean... I don't stand a chance. Where did I start? How many positions have I lost? Let's try Magnussen. There's another one that really does nothing for me. I mean, you know that when he's your concept of like a wild child and a rough guy, that the sport is not in good shape. Fucking Magnussen.
Use overtake. Use overtake.
You use overtake, what the hell? Oh! Oh no! I was holding with him for like a minute. And that was on the straightaway. And now Ocon. There's another prize turd. Ah! Oh god, they're getting away so quickly. Turn, you bitch! Oh! Yeah, this is... I just... I was sucking anyway, but I just got confused because I spent most of the afternoon driving around an Alfa Romeo, and then I saw two of them, and I thought, wait, what am I driving? What a weird thing to get distracted by. I've gotten rather fat, and I don't want to alarm anyone, but I think my hair loss is, like, accelerating. I know nobody other than me in the world. Not even my darling wife gives a shit. But to me, it's kind of like, you know, I thought I'd be a rock star for another couple of years. Not a real one, I mean like a, you know, man about town, making my silly music videos and stuff. On that subject, I haven't been completely idle when not uploading. See the old drums there? been recording a little song, but I haven't got David over yet to play on it. But what do you think of my keyboard playing? That's me. That's not the record. Sounds very convincing, doesn't it? Let's hear it again. Unfortunately, the drums are really shit. What I want, you got, it might be hard to handle. I don't want to sing because, you know, I can't, and also I don't want to attract attention to the room. I just want to be left alone while I do my racing. When I wrap yourself around me, cause I hate the way you found me. Anyway, that's one of the covers I'm working on. Like I said, I can't get David over to play on it. He's like, oh, I can just sing from my house. I've got a microphone. Yeah, you could, and you can. But I want you to come over. I mean, the guy hasn't been over since before quarantine, so... Anyway, that's just one of the songs I'm working on. I can't play the drums. I really want to be better at drumming, racing, 3D modelling. I've been teaching myself how to use Blender. I just want to, you know, really be more of an urban renaissance man rather than just a blob. Slowly aging out of everything. Dive bomb! Haven't seen a dive bomb like that since the big one. WW2. Oh, my driver's waving his hand. Something must be happening. Bitch! Suck it! Oh! Oh! Simulation damage! We took a knock on the front wing. Haven't seen a bent nose like that since Barbara Streisand. I shouldn't try and be funny while I'm driving. Shouldn't try and be funny ever. See, when I was talking about this turn, when I was doing time trial, I was slowing down way too much. Turns out the computer doesn't... I don't even think they touched the brakes there, so... Oh, in this corner I keep overshooting. It really would have paid for me to watch some onboards of Zandvoort, but I haven't bothered because, first of all, I didn't know I'd be playing the game till last night. And second, I mean, they cancelled the race. It's kind of like, well, I don't really give a fuck. I'm glad that they spent months redesigning such a classic circuit, for better or worse. But... Oh, driving Miss Daisy, here we go again. Okay. On the main straight. I don't think I've lost any places. Oh, Perez is going into pits. Probably for a fish taco. I'm not knocking fish tacos, by the way. Listening to the bomb. My wife just figured out how to make a thing called an arepa. I had it for the first time in this Venezuelan restaurant. It's like a cornmeal kind of thing. It's hard to describe. Arepa, look it up. You got chicken with avocado. Fucking... Now you know why I'm getting so fat. I'm going to try and start that race one more time. To wrap up this coverage of Zandvoort. What I want, you got, it might be playing.
Don't let me down.
If you made it this far into the video, say, Paul notes are awesome or something like that, I don't know. What I want, you got, it might be hard to handle. Flame burn a candle. Candle feel the flame. Do, 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 do. Enough of that. I love recording songs, it's really great fun. I should record some of my own one day, but the whole plan for the last 10 years was to do some covers and get people looking, and then do the originals. But that never really happened. Oh, good start. The reflexes of Pai Mei from Kill Bill. Oh, look at that! Carving up the... Oh, shit. Now, if I hadn't hit that second Force India, that would be like overtake of the year. Oh, shit. Unfortunately, I did. And now my car's fucked. And I look like a complete nugget. Oh, what did I just do? Shit! I just brought up an on-screen menu. Shit, I don't want it. Go away. Go away, Jeff. Oh! Son of a... Okay. I know I said I was going to start it one more time, but now we're doing it two. Whew. Yeah, Eurotruck. I've been thinking a lot about Eurotruck because, they've added like 5 countries since the last time I made a video of it. And that goes for American Truck Simulator as well. I love that one. and I found out that there's mods for cars. Oh shit! Are you kidding me? That wasn't a jump start. I just have really good reflexes, god damn it. The sound is starting to break up like it did last time, so maybe it's just I can't do races with full grids, I don't know. Isn't that boring? My computer can't keep up the performance. Fuck me. Oh well. Since we're gonna lose anyway. What was I talking about? I just fucking don't remember. Oh yeah, cut the corner, Scotty, that's the way. Shit, I don't remember. Oh, goddamn. Oh, we'll have to try a different mode because I'm really sucking. Oh, no, ah. Anyway, Formula 1 2020. Fucking back in black. Oh shit, I killed Ricardo.
These stewards have given you a 3-second time penalty for contact with other cars.
Not another one.
3 seconds to be added to our race time.
Oh yeah, I just want to. Most of my driving I do in Assetto Corsa, and I really don't like the fact that when the cars get in a jam in that one, they don't know how to reverse out of the way, or like reverse and then do like a 3-point turn. Nicholas Latifi has been disqualified. Good. He should have just been disqualified for being himself. Whereas in this, they seem a tiny bit better at getting out of a.
That's our race over. Black flag.
Out of a tough spot.
Black flagged.
Oh god,
To the pits.
so warm. Great game. Looks nice so far. I'm crap at it. It's the kind of thing I'd probably get a smidgen better at if I had more time to practice. I might try something else now, but bear with me. I don't know about the theme music.
What a great race, Daniel. What a magnificent
Or Crofty, for that matter.
here at the Dutch Grand Prix.
Whoa, holy shit! Toto Wolff, he looks like the goddamn, the robot from Alien Isolation. The android. If you click out of the game window, the effects keep going, like the champagne and the confetti, but the game freezes. So I've effectively glitched Bottas into a perfect statue, a moment in time.